So what do we have on table one? Table one is Tommy Tucker against who?
Ross Stevenson's Ogre Khans.
Yep. So it's a
Dragonfire Gem.
It's a Tribeman star with a load of bruisers
And Bombardiers.
and a Rock, which is pretty standard, and some Yetis, which is not as standard.
1 point over.
It is 1 point over because Ross is a knobhead.
Yes.
But I forgot to check it before I filled it in, so that's fair enough. Against Tommy Tucker's pretty tried and tested, many chosen list, which is fine. There's nothing much wrong with that. Wrath chosen.
And Lust chosen, yes, both.
Who are you pipping for this one, Phil?
On a pro club point of view, I'm going to go for Tom.
You're going to go for Tom.
However, from his luck point of view,
Yep.
I'm still going to put my money on Tom because he didn't go 1 point over, and that makes him a better person.
It does make him
than
a better
Ross.
person, infinitely. I have to say that I feel like ogres are very good at the moment. Impact hits are also a big factor. I feel like ogres with stomps and impact hits against low model count armies such as warriors could be a problem. Right, let's move on. So table two, what the hell have we got here? We've got your good self, against Nick Vo, who, as we all know, is a very good player. Previous champion at the Pork Chopper with a perfect score of 60 out of 60.
He's beat me twice out of 3
We feel like you have been here before.
I have been here before.
So your army is the standard, what we've been looking at for a while. Big Plague Brotherhood block with a furnace and stuff. And you're playing against what seems to be the kind of meta warriors list at the moment. The 2 or 3 demonic mount characters with multiple warriors units. Which are all actually only low strength, but again, low strength against you kind of seems to work. And the 2 Dragon Centaurs, which are pretty horrific. So prognosis,
I'm gonna lose.
You're gonna lose this one, but are you gonna lose it?
I'll be able to get a 10-10 if I'm lucky.
So it's gonna be a sit in the corner job and hope for the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
Cannon off the characters if you can.
Hopefully.
Sounds
If he
good.
makes a mistake, I might kill a centaur.
Okay, moving on to table 3 now. Table 3 with terrain which looking very boring, to be honest. This terrain is pretty
organizer
shocking.
of the tournament
It is. It's my good self.
versus the highborn elves of Marco, whoever his name is.
Oh god, this is sounding really racist now. Marco Caminiti, I believe.
I don't want.
I don't think he's even foreign.
It's Marco's highborn elves.
It is. So I might as well give what I feel about this matchup. I'm gonna
That's a lot of bolt
I'm gonna
throws.
try and get a personal shot. This is gonna be terrible. So let's be honest. My list is trash. However, Marco is a terrible player, so there's a good chance that I can actually just ruin him and come away with a victory anyway. So good on Marco. He can try, but I still think I'm going to beat him.
Before you said that, my money would have been on you. Now you've said that, your dice are going to betray you.
Oh well, yeah, but I've got the bent pink dice of doom. So I can
do
get
I.
a
They
brief
betrayed
shot of
me
those
every
lists
chance.
because reasons. But I mean, no one's going to read this. But you never know. I think it's possible. I think he's got sisters. Has he got? Yeah, he's got Queensguard, which are the flaming archers.
He's also got 3 bolt throwers.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Right. Okay. Very quickly, moving on to table 4, we have James Butler with more Vermin Swarm, which is the Vermin Swarm list that you said was strange. Is that the one? I believe so.
I'm going to check the other one.
Okay. It could be the strange one against Andrew Huntley's Dread Elf list, which is pretty interesting. It's very much MSU, which is fun to play against and play, I would say.
No, I think it's the other one. It's got a vermin demon.
So, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we've got the Dread Elf list,
think
which
that's
is
what he
very MSU Dread Elf, which is interesting and fun. But will it beat the Vermin Swarm list?
I think the vermin swarm has it.
Yeah, I think.
A lot of the units in the Dread Elves just don't threaten big blocks with lots of shooting.
Yep, and any shooting from the Vermin Swarm, which I'm assuming they have some, right?
They have Nampa throwers, rotary guns, dreadnoughts.
Yeah, which is going to be easily enough to shoot off some of those MSU units, I would have thought.
Yes.
Yep, that seems pretty fair. So moving on to table 5, quick shot of the train placement here. Ruin in the centre, always an interesting choice. Right, so we've got James Hedford, local boy, ish, with the very sexy, I have to say, mini ambushing units Beast Herds list, which I'm a huge fan of the Ambushing Beast Herds. Loving that. I think it's got a Beast Giant in it. Yes, it does. And a Gortak. So that is a fun list. Against Russ Devins.
8 Minotaurs as well.
Yeah, against this is now against the sexy Vermin Swarm list, right? With the Vermin Demon.
With the Vermin Demon.
Gutter Blades.
And some big blocks and then stuff to go around them.
Weird stuff. I feel that this is a really dangerous one to call because it's so weird.
Instinct is my money might be on the Vermin because that demon can just face backwards and murder anything that comes on the board.
Yeah.
And his big blocks can possibly hold the Minotaurs.
How many Minotaurs are we talking here?
8.
8. That's a significant block though.
Don't know how strong Minotaurs are, having never played Beast Herds.
Fair. Fair.
Also, no magic on one side versus totems on the other. I feel that's dangerous.
So no magic for the Vermin Swarm apart from the demon, right? The Vermin Demon.
Oh yeah, it does have to.
Yeah, the Vermin
Demon.
Yeah, the Vermin Demon was a Wizard's Master, so actually no, that's pretty significant. I'm gonna agree. I think the Vermin have probably got this. I think James.
The Vermin Demon at the bottom of the list. He's a character, right?
He's a character. I just didn't format it properly because I'm a noob. Right. But yeah, I agree. Vermin probably for the win there because I think they've got the tools. I think the Beast Herds, if he plays well, could still sneak it though. But I still think the Vermin's one got a better, easier matchup.
Probably.
Yeah. Right. We're going to go over to table 6 now. Terrain placement is, as you can see, as like this. So I'm going to push the cheat sheet out the way. And we've got Chris Cooper, who I believe is the owner of A Wooden Spoon at the Pork Drop Up previously. I believe he has come last here before,
yeah.
Yes.
The only wooden spoon.
So he is persevering with more dwarves, which is, I mean, it's a pretty standard...
Quite dangerous Dragon Seeker.
It's a pretty dangerous looking list, yeah. I mean, I like it. Plenty of shooting in there, and then some greybeards, which are always a nice unit to have. Against Mal Patel, who, as we know, is a pretty decent player himself, with kind of a slightly different take on the meta Saurian Ancient list with triple Taurazor, which I think is hilarious. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually quite interesting, quite dangerous. He's obviously got the double Raptor. Hang on, what? We got triple Raptor character.
Yeah.
I didn't realise this.
A veteran.
So we've got triple Raptor character and triple Taurazor, which is pretty horrifying.
As a Vermin player, I reckon it relies on who miscasts or explodes the most.
Unfortunately, I have to say I think Mal's probably got this. I think he's got the tools to beat Chris. I think he's also, unfortunately, let's be honest, a better player. You agreeing with that?
Probably. I don't know who's the better player.
I mean, Mal is the better player. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
I would assume you are correct, but the dwarfs have more potential to explode, so that puts me against the dwarfs.
Yeah. Okay. So we're reckoning a Mal victory
Also, I have
for the last one.
my beer.
Yep. Well, that's always an important part of any Pigma event. I mean, I'm not as drunk as Phil right now, but I'm definitely already haven't eaten much, so you know. And then on table 7, we are now on the last of the 7 tables for the event. Terrain, you can kind of get an idea. And we're looking at Jeff Keeling, also a pretty decent player, is playing another one of the Saurian Ancient lists. It's pretty... This is like on meta. This is the classical meta list within reason, although Skink Priest on Druidism is kind of funky. Although, you know, why not, I guess.
I don't know if
he's playing Warren Brewster with more Saurian Ancients, which is potentially, if it was possible, even more meta Saurian Ancient list with Quadra Lord on Pyromancy, Double Raptor Lord, and then MSU until, you know, the cows come home, pretty much.
One day a Saurian Ancient player won't be meta.
Well, you know, we can only dream. So... I don't know. I have heard on certain WhatsApp chats, okay, that Warren Brewster is a pretty decent player. This is what I've heard.
My money is on the Arcane Power Coastal Lord of Pyromancy versus the plus 1 to cast Skinks with Druidism.
Yep. I mean, I feel like that is definitely a point that is to be made. It could come down then to, you reckon it could come down to just magic rolls?
Well, they're basically otherwise mostly equal. Their combat isn't that different.
Yeah, I mean, it's Raptor versus Raptor in a battle
One
to the
side's
death.
got more monstrous creatures, the other one's got more flamethrowers. I'm going to go on the flamethrowing toad.
Okay, so you're going Warren.
Will win this.
I think I'm going to agree again. One way or another, I think Warren has probably got this one. Who knows though?
Also, Toad has Ring of Fire on top of being Pyromancy.
I know, it's just all the fire. I mean, I think Jeff is a very, very good player, but I feel that probably... I mean, we could be completely wrong here, but I reckon that Warren's this probably beats...
There is no chance Scopely will kill itself on turn 1.
Oh no, that's not possible. But then again, why would you ever use more than 2 dice for anything?
Look, you can use 3 dice and miscast twice in a row and use the entire unit you wizard. So it can happen.
Somebody sounds bitter. I'm not sure where this is coming from. This is now 10 minutes 40 seconds we've been rambling, so we probably have to wrap this up. So we need to be here in about 12 hours for Pork Chop Up 3, which is the 3rd installment.
We do have bad news, Deliver. No Doombar.
There is no Doombar, which Mal will be very upset about because that's what the main reason he was coming.
I changed my vote to be against Mal because there's no Doombar.
Ah, so he's going to get so upset.
Yeah.
There is that. That is possible. Right. So that is it. We're going to be running this tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be a good event. And obviously, no other events of note happening this weekend. I mean, I can't think of anything. No.
And it should be noted, camera work does not indicate quality of event.
100% true. I'd agree with that. So on that note, a very slightly sozzled Phil, say hi.
Hello.
Or bye, even. And we're off.
I'll be propping up the table.
There we go. All right.